Hi folks, thanks for watching Flintknapping by Seth. I'm Seth. And tonight I'm going to work a piece of Buffalo River chert. Last week I cooked it in my fire pit, so this week I'm going to work a piece of it. This was creek cobble that I took a couple of flakes off of here. And I did that just to kind of see what it looked like inside, just to test it, see if it was a rock that I wanted to take home with me. It was. And then I cooked it, so you'll see it's a different color on the outside of it, aside from where I took the flake off of it there. So usually they have a brown color on the outside of them from the way they patinate in the river. Then when you cook them, they'll kind of turn a red, maybe to even like kind of a purplish color there. And this one is kind of a rectangle with some square edges on it there. So I'm going to show you how to work a piece like that tonight. Okay, so what I've got here is this rectangular piece of Buffalo River chert. Give you a little bit closer view of it here, kind of let you see what it looks like here. It's rectangular, square on the edges, so there's a certain way you got to do these. You'll have to kind of start taking flakes downward at different angles. You know, you're going to have to work it depending on how the piece is, but kind of a downward chopping flake to get rid of these square edges here in some of these places. Some of these places you can actually use the ridges that are already there to take some flakes, so I think I can do that with some of this right here and just start thinning this out. I like this one here. It's left over from one of the first flakes that I did whenever I was testing it. Might as well just go ahead and get rid of that. Alright, that's a little bit darker underneath there than where it was right there where it cooked on the outside. So I'm going to go down here to this corner first right here, and I'm going to knock this corner off. You can use those square corners like that and take quite a bit of mass off, as long as you don't, you know, blow off the whole end there. Go back and clean that up right next to where I took that flake. There's still a natural platform right there from how the rock started off, running right here. Now if I hit right here, it's going to kind of line up where this natural ridge is right here, and I should be able to take a flake somewhere right in here. So, hit right there. The energy traveled to where the ridge was at here, caught it, took it right over there. Alright, before I get any more out of the middle here, I'm going to take this other end off here. Same way I did the other side, just kind of hitting from the corner there. And what I like to do there is try to always keep the thickest part of it in the middle of it, because if your ends get thicker than what it is in the middle and you go to hit it, then a lot of times it'll snap in half. So always try to keep that in mind, and whenever you get to a biface or a point, your ends are going to be thinner anyway, so it just helps you kind of achieve your overall goal there. Now I'm going to go back to the middle, just using those natural platforms that are already there. So, got that side skinned now. I like that material. I'm just going to go back here and kind of clean up what was left over from where I took those flakes. One thing I really like about the Ozarks is the sound of the bugs, and I hope that you can hear that. This time of year, it's right at the end of October, so you can't really hear them quite as well as you can in, say, August or something like that, but there's still a few out there. At nighttime, it's really interesting. Okay, so now I gotta decide where the next point is to go in here. So, got this part right here. It's flat, rectangular square edge there. Need to do something with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right here. I'm going to take a flake off. Going this way. Try to kind of give myself a little bit of an entry point there where I can start working this. I'm going to use this right here as a ridge. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work at flipping this back and forth, get that square edge off there. If it gives you an opportunity to thin it as you're stitching, go ahead and take that opportunity, because you need to thin it as much as you can when you can. And at some point in time, fairly early, you need to establish which end is going to be your tip and which end is going to be your base. The way I've got it going on right now, I believe I'm going to make the tip out of this end. Just working these square edges. I've got some junk right there in it, so I'll have to get a little creative to get that out of there. Here we go. We got a little crack in here too. So what I did was I just kind of hit along the same plane as that crack was right there, just to get it off there. It was only going to cause me problems. And see where that different color is right there? That's where there's some patina in there from where that crack was in the rock previously, so it's been there a long time. It's nice if you can get rid of those early in the process. Got a bunch of flakes hitting you right in the face that time, so good reason to wear your safety glasses. What I'm doing here is I'm adjusting my angles. I didn't want this flake to travel into the biface like that. What I really wanted to do was make it go at an angle like this. So what I did was I turned like this, hit it down like that, so I could take a flake off that wouldn't travel into the point. We're going to only take off what I needed it to right there. And what that did was it changed my center line here where I can come back here, take more of this off. I'm doing a similar strike like this on that angle too. Not really trying to shoot my flake into the piece yet. Alright. Getting rid of that square edge on this side. Alright, my thickest point that I need to work with right now is right here. You can use those ridges on those corners like that and strike it using this ridge right here, and it'll pretty much take a flake all the way across. Now this side, I have kind of a continuous platform going on through here that I believe I can use to thin this more and work on getting rid of this edge at the same time. I've got some junky area right here where that crack was, and there's just a little bit different consistency right here too that I need to get rid of, and I think I can get a lot of it with this flake right here. Did not go like I wanted it to. We'll try again. Alright, that one went across. So I have a material change right here. I have to go back and set up a real heavy platform to get that off there. There we go, that one got it. Still got a real nasty stack I gotta deal with right there. So I'm gonna grind that really heavy there. So maybe I can cut underneath that there. Had to get really deep with that one and knock that off there. But it's gone. So now, instead of striking right here and leaving it thicker this way, I'm gonna go back here and work my way back here, because taking that real thick flake out like that has made it where this is a problem area now where it could break right there. So now what I'm trying to do is catch up with the thickness of it right here. I like knapping in my hand because I can support it in a lot of different ways that I can't really get the angles quite the same on my leg. And I'll often support right underneath where I want my flake to go and kind of help direct it with my fingers underneath there as well. Take the flake off right here, keep that base thin. Still working off these square edges, thinning the biface at the same time. Switch over to the 1-inch bopper. Just gotta kind of get rid of some more of these square edges here, shaping my piece. Back to that original square edge there. Just working it back and forth as the center line changes. heavier platform. Get rid of that square edge. Thick spot right here. I can still take a nice flake right through there, but I think I'm going to get rid of this up here on the tip first. I'm going to come back on this side and get rid of this area right here. What I'm doing is I'm changing the center line so I can access that. Starting to get that shifted over here where I can work on that, but at the same time that's opened up a real nice opportunity for me right here to take a nice thinning flake through here. Missed it there, so grind it again. This particular piece I'm having to set up my platform really heavy. Come back right here. This one. I'm just going to work this edge, thinning as I go. It's a little bit lower here, so I need to take that one first. Nice opportunity to come in here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that last little square edge that I got on the base there first, though. Never hurts to get rid of those when you have a little bit more material to deal with. Be real careful whenever you're hitting on the ends of it, whether it's the base or the tip. You got to keep it supported very well to be able to take flakes off of it. It's called end snap. I just took the last of the original edge of the rock off on the base. There's still a little bit at the very end left on the tip there, so I've preserved the length pretty well on this, so I'm happy with that. See if maybe I can keep carrying it through. Alright, got that part off there. Still got a little bit of a thick spot right there. I can get in there and take that flake. I have a low spot right here, so I'll be working that next. Another one left here. Still got kind of a little knob right there I need to get off of there. Kind of my pressure flaker. Make myself an isolated platform. Alright, now I'm going to work on this area. Alright, I'll have it thinned out and starting to come into a shape here where I need to decide what I'm going to do with it. Looks like I've got a few more flakes I can take. Use my edge shear here. Just a piece of copper pipe that's flattened on one end. You can use it like this to change where your center line's at on the edge. Do that and try to shoot me a flake over here and get rid of that. Alright, well I think I'm going to stop on the percussion on this one for now. I'm going to switch over to some pressure flaking. Work on this edge a little bit here. And that's how I work a piece of rectangular material like that. And I just kind of wanted to show you what kind of a process that I go through to work a piece of material that's shaped like that. For those of you that are beginners, haven't really done that a whole lot. That's kind of what I do. So I'm going to take that piece and try to make a point out of it later. But tonight I just want to do a little bit of percussion work for you and kind of just show you how to, you know, work that shape of a stone into a point, biface in that case. And tonight I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my fire that I got going on here and enjoy the rest of the night that I got. Thanks for watching. I'm Seth.